So a lot of beginners think that they need to get the newest running shorts, the newest running shoes, all the newest gear before they start running, but rarely do beginners think about their breathing pattern when they first start running. So whether you're a beginner who's barely transitioning from walking to jogging, which I do have a video on my channel if you guys want to check that out, or if you've been running for a while but you just can't seem to find your breathing rhythm, this video is going to be for you. And as somebody who couldn't even run a mile without stopping, not even a year ago, I know what it feels like to not be able to breathe or not finding a good breathing pattern while running. I know exactly what that feels like. And so I've seen a bunch of the other videos on this topic, and a lot of them recommend certain breathing patterns for people, and I found that a lot of them are just not good. So for example, one video recommended me to inhale 4 times before I exhale. I don't even know where that came from, and that might work for him, but that's probably not good for a lot of other people. Another video recommended inhale 3 times and exhale 3 times, and I've seen that work for other people, but it just didn't work for me. So in this video, I want to talk about general breathing patterns that you can follow and test out to see if they work for you. And so before we get started, I want you guys to comment down below. Tell me what your current breathing pattern is. What are you currently doing while running? Are you just breathing on feel, or do you have a certain cadence that you're trying out? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, let's get started with the video. So tip number 1 is to breathe through your nose and your mouth. And so I've heard some advice that I think is bad advice, that you should only breathe through your nose while running. And so like basically you have to shut your mouth while running and breathe through your nose only. And I think that's bad advice. And in fact, here's better advice. I believe that you should get the majority of the air that you breathe in through your nose, but also get in some extra air through your mouth as well. And I'm not talking about doing a huge inhale from your mouth, but your mouth should be just ever so slightly open to let in more air when you inhale, rather than just only getting air in from your nose. And so tip number 2 is to actually breathe through your stomach rather than your chest. And this can be difficult to differentiate. In fact, like it's very hard, especially as a beginner, to figure out how to breathe through your stomach rather than your chest. And so here's how to figure out the difference. Lay on your back and take a breath. If your chest rises, that's breathing from your chest. If your belly rises, however, then you know how to breathe from your stomach. You basically know the difference, and you want to practice this. So start practicing this whenever you go on a walk. Implement this on your next jog or run. So take it slow. It's going to be hard at first to differentiate the difference between breathing through your chest and through your stomach. Tip number 3 is to find a breathing pattern or cadence that works best for you. As a beginner, you want to test out many different breathing cadences and find what works best for you, because what may work best for me or for some other marathon runner or for some other general runner may not work for you. So you're going to have to test some out. But before we get into each specific cadence, I want to talk about what you should not do, and that is have no breathing cadence whatsoever. So you don't want to just go on a run and just go on feel and just breathe however you want, because you're going to get very tired very quickly. And so I do not recommend that you guys have no cadence whatsoever. Definitely find something that works for you. The 2-2 breathing ratio pattern that a lot of people use is where you inhale for every 2 steps you take and exhale for every 2 steps you take after that. So it would look like you inhale every step for 2 steps, so 2 times inhaling and then 2 times exhaling. And that's what works best for me and a lot of other people. And this is popular because, again, it focuses on your stride every step you take, not necessarily on seconds or timing it or anything like that. And so it pretty much works for everyone. Other popular breathing cadences and patterns are like the 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 inhales for every 1 exhale, or the 3 inhales, 3 exhales, or even 4 inhales and 4 exhales. I find the 3 and 4 ones not to work for me. I find the 2-2 or the 2-1 to work best for me, and I kind of alternate on every run. And so again, what you want to do is test out these breathing cadences on your next run. And you don't want to go and just breathe normally through the beginning of your run, and then all of a sudden at the end you're breathing super heavy or breathing 3 times in and 1 times out. But at the beginning of the run, you're not following any cadence. So what you want to do is test out what works best for you, and then keep doing that so you get used to it for every run, and then it just becomes a habit, and then that is now, your breathing pattern, okay? So this is how you get better at running, especially if you're a beginner. This is what I did specifically to be able to run past that first mile barrier for me, and then 3 miles and 4 miles now is where I'm at. So if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next video.